Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while now, but today I'm doing a making of video. I'm going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to go over the whole process of how I make my drum covers. I made a video like this I think almost 6 years ago now, but that process has completely changed, so it's time for an update. So I have a song that I'm going to use, and that'll be the basis of this video. So the song I picked out is Here Comes Your Man by the Pixies. So kick back and I hope you enjoy this video. So the first thing I want to go over is what I'm going to call the preparation stage. So once I have picked a song, I then decide if I want to make a chart or not. It ultimately comes down to, do I want to memorize everything or not? And I don't do it for every song, but for this song I did. So here's what it looks like. I just wrote this on notebook paper. I actually didn't do the whole song, so part of it I am going to memorize. So yeah, that is how I learn the songs. Again, sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. Now once that's done, then it's time to practice, and that takes as long as it needs to take. I imagine this song it'll just take a couple practice runs, but yeah, once that is all out of the way, then it is time to record. So here we are in the basement. It's a little bit of a mess, but now I want to go over the setup. So here is the kit. It's a Simmons Titan 70. I'll come around here to the back. So this is my laptop. I've had this guy since 2016, but it's just for recording now. So here is how the kit talks to my laptop. So I have this USB 2.0 cable plugged in. I bought it off Amazon, but yeah, I believe this is MIDI input, so it goes into the back of the kit here and then into the laptop. Let me close Discord. So yeah, this is my DAW, a digital audio workstation. This is Reaper and it has an update, so I guess I'll do that later. But let me start a new project here. So to record, I drop in what's called a VST. I'm using Addictive Drums 2. So let me show that off here. So you just right click, insert virtual instrument, and then I'll choose Addictive Drums 2 here. Wait for that to load. And yeah, you just say no to this. And yeah, here is the VST. So lately I've been using the Contemporary Rock sound. I got a bundle of 3 kits from their website. I don't remember how much it was. And then a commercial license for Reaper is $60. Let me know if you want me to go into a more in-depth tutorial on how to set this all up. I'd be happy to. But yeah, so now we got the kit set, and then over here I do some other tweaking, but I won't go over it now. So yeah, so the computer is all set to record. Yeah, let me just go over some other things here. Here's just a music stand that I'll put my chart on, and I have a pencil just in case I need to make some more notes that I didn't in charting, or if I need to make a change to the transcription. And then over here is the camera. So this is a Canon Rebel T5, I believe. We've had this camera for a long time. It was my mom's, and then I just took ownership of it. But yeah, And then yeah, just it's on a tripod, you know, nothing too fancy. So yeah, that is I think pretty much all I want to go over with the setup. So now it is time to record. So now I want to do some commentary to show you what recording looks like. So I'm sitting down, I put my headphones on, and now I'm going to start recording in Reaper. And now I pulled up YouTube and I have just played the song. So far so good. Messed up the fill, so I'm going to start over. And now I'm adjusting my belt, so now I'm going to have to start over again. So when it comes to making mistakes or fumbles, sometimes I will start over like you saw me do. Other times I will just keep going and record another take. I can usually get the song on the second take, but it varies. So yeah, that is pretty much recording. On to the next bit. So I decided to switch out laptops, so now there's a continuity error, but once I'm done recording, I will listen back to it for any wrong notes. So sometimes I'll mean to hit the snare, but I hit the rim, or there's just some other sound that will get in that I don't want. So this thing here, called the MIDI editor, it lets you erase anything that you don't want. So yeah, I just kind of fix it up a little bit. But yeah, once that's done, I render it, and I put the file on Google Drive so y'all can listen to it. But recording is done, and now it's time to move on to my favorite part, editing. Alright, so now it is time to edit. So I have my editor open here. This is DaVinci Resolve. It is free, and I have a project started. So all editing really is just syncing up things. So I'm going to drop in the video. And then I'm going to first just edit out what I don't need. I started the recording over, so I'm going to cut out this first little bit here. Alright, I'm just going to ship these both over. Very good. Okay, so right now, the audio we have was what was picked up by the camera's microphone, so it is just the tapping. We don't have the drum, so I will play that here. So what we'll have to do next is we're going to have to sync up our drum recording to the video. So I'm going to drop that into the timeline on its own layer. So now I'm going to zoom in a bit so I can get it as accurate as possible. We select these two. I'm going to move these back a bit. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, apologies for the buzzing there. I think I'm running way too much right now. But yeah, so now they are synced up. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to select both these tracks. We're going to ungroup these. Now I'm going to delete the camera's audio. And now I'm going to shift this up in the timeline. Let me try that again, because I moved it over just a couple seconds. Beautiful. So now I'm going to select both these, make it its own group. So now I can move these tracks freely around the timeline so they do not get out of sync when trying to sync up to the music. So now it's time to add in the music. So if I have the song in my collection, I will have ripped it and drop it in. If it's not in my collection, then I just download it off YouTube. So here's the song. I'm going to drop that in here. So now it's time to try and sync up the song here. Forgot to select both tracks. So to avoid copyright claim, I'm going to try and play as little as possible. Alright, so now we know when the drums come in. Gonna move this, or zoom this in a bit. I believe it was right here. Perfect. So, now everything is in sync. And then it's just a couple like cosmetic things, nothing else too fancy. Sometimes I'll add in a fade out when the video's over. Yeah, that's about it. So, actually, that's not about it. I forgot to go over one thing. Once I've got everything in sync, then I mix the two audio tracks so I can adjust the volume with this volume slider here. Normally, I just turn up the drums a little bit and then the music down a bit, but it varies on the song. So now that is it. Next step is to export it into a video, and it is ready for YouTube. And there you have it. That is how I make my drum covers. So to keep this video copyright free, what I'm going to do is have the drum cover in its own video. I'll link that down below, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you found this entertaining, informative. I thought this would be really fun to do. I can't remember who said this, but I was watching some YouTuber who does drum covers, and he was saying that, recording, mixing in the music and everything, it's so cathartic, and he's right. This is just so cathartic once everything comes together. I make these videos for my own personal enjoyment, but I really appreciate all of you watching. So yeah, leave any questions you have. Maybe I'll do a follow-up to this. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. So again, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon.